Welcome to Grind Mode TV. Breaking news. Influencer Bree getting shot. Let's go right to the program.
We are following breaking news this morning of a shooting in Miramar.
3 people are wounded after being hit by bullets, and Local 10's Brett Nees is right there at the scene. Brett, what do we know about their conditions?
Well, Christian and Michaela, we just talked with the police chief. He tells us that all 3 are in critical condition right now at the hospital. Let me step out of the way and show you what the scene looks like right now.
Well, Bree, she actually got killed. She actually got killed, but I think 2 of them got killed. But let's go ahead.
Now, this is Sunshine Boulevard here near Southwest 27th Street. And first, we're going to zoom in on the forensics team that is taking pictures of those yellow evidence markers right there. Just take a look at how many evidence markers are there in the middle of the roadway, all of them marking a different shell casing. We know that there were several shots that rang out around 5:30 this morning, according to Miramar police. Now we're going to pan over, though, and you're going to see a green Lamborghini that is in the front yard of that home. That was the car that police say these 3 people that were hit by these bullets were in when all of this took place. Right now, detectives are trying to figure out if they were followed into this neighborhood or if it was somebody that was already here in this neighborhood that opened fire as that car was driving along Sunshine Boulevard, again, around 5:30 this morning. We just spoke with the police chief within the last hour. Here is what he had to say about what this was like this morning.
I'll tell you, this is no way to wake up on a Sunday morning. It's a chaotic scene. Hearing multiple shots in the middle of the night or in the wee hours of the morning is always disturbing. At this point, we don't believe that there is a bigger picture with regard to the neighborhood being in danger, but certainly they targeted this particular car for some reason, and we're trying to figure out why.
And the police chief tells me that he listened to that shot spotter alert that brought them here to this scene. He said that it was a very rapid fire, hearing how many bullets were fired here. They're working to find out whether or not there were multiple guns involved in this shooting. We're also working to get an update again on those 3 that were taken to the hospital. We know they're in critical condition at this point. As soon as we get another update, though, we'll pass it along.
That's crazy, man. That is really crazy, man. First is rappers getting shot, now it's influencers getting shot. It's anything that motherfucker doing that's getting money, somebody getting shot. But I think Trap Lord Ross, he said it was a gang hit. Let me see if I can see what the hell he was talking about, because he said it was a gang hit.
Shots that rang out around 5:30.
Let me rewind this. He says something different.
That reporting, 2 of those people have unfortunately passed away, one of them being a man and a woman. But what is now unfolding is there is a crazy Florida gang war going on in Miramar, not Miami, right? Miami's pretty crazy. They be calling it Myrack sometimes. But apparently in Miramar, there's a bunch of crazy gang wars going on. And already there's subreddits popping up on Reddit that are explaining everything that's been going on. There's apparently been back and forth retaliations. And there's a whole bunch of evidence circulating. There's a surprising amount of information
I didn't even know Miramar done got like that. A gang wars in Miramar? What the fuck?
circulating. And at this point, I'm even surprised at how much information I'm finding out so quickly after this incident. But let me show you the news reporting first, and then I'll start showing you some of the social media.
We've seen that part. We can get past that. Let's get past this. Okay, we're going right here.
Northwest of Miami. Okay, I've driven up here before. I've spent a bit of time in Miami. I've spent a bit of time in Fort Lauderdale, which is a bit even further north. I've landed in both of those places, and I've been to Miramar. I'm pretty sure there's some really good outlet stores in Miramar that I've been to a few times before. I've heard Miramar and some of the locations here mentioned when it comes to the story of YNW Melly. Now, it says here Miramar's a city in southern Broward County in Florida in the U.S. It's a suburb of the Miami metropolitan area. It's got a population of 134,000, and it's the 6th largest city in the Miami metro area and the 14th largest city in Florida. Now, Florida's got a lot of gang shit going on, obviously, not just Miami or Myrack. There's all types of stuff that's gone on. Obviously, Julio lost his life in Tampa. You know, there's a lot of gangs that come out of Orlando. There's been a deadly gang war there. And, of course, Jacksonville being one of the most famous gangster drill locations when it comes to Florida. Now, this incident obviously went down. It sounded like somebody had shot car to car with a switch, and it was initially reported that 3 people had been shot and critically.
Damn, they getting it down in Orlando like that right now. Okay, I see you, Orlando. Yeah, but y'all tripping.
Injured when the news was going around. People were really shocked. Now, footage has actually come out of the shooting, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it to you. You don't see anybody getting hurt. You don't really see the actual car-to-car shooting, but you do hear the sound of the switch, and you do see 2 cars in the distance, and you hear a few screams. You don't see anyone in distress. I just want to give you guys a trigger warning before we get into it. This is a distressing scene. You're not going to see anything grisly. You're just going to hear gunfire and some screams afterwards, okay? But this is the footage that's going around, and there's a subreddit that's popping right now called From Duval to Dade, which basically is covering kind of a lot of South Florida rap street culture. So this is some of the footage, and bear in mind, we saw the images, I believe, of the green Lamborghini parked in a driveway. I believe that this probably is this is the street where it went down, because we're going to see the car-to-car gunfire around here. See if I can get a little bit closer for you guys. And you're going to hear the sound of automatic gunfire, which I believe is coming from a switch. But let me play this to you, and you'll get an understanding of how this actually went down. Just pay attention, it's sort of up over here. My bad. I think there's actually another angle of the shooting where you can see the cars. This is just audio, and I don't know if this is the home they drive into, but listen.
That's one thing I say about Miami, different than like Chicago and most places I see these shootings go by. These fools, they make sure they get their man. There ain't no whole lot of you hearing innocent bystanders, babies getting hit. You got a hit on your motherfucking ass. They gonna get you. I'll tell you that much. In Miami, Broward, they gonna get you. They gonna get their man. They're not finna just hit a whole bunch of random people mama and shit like that. They gonna go get their man.
It's really, you can hear just like faint gunfire.
But I'm not gonna go ahead and go through Trap Lord Ross whole thing, man. This is your boy. Big Motion, Influencer Bree got killed at a 4th of July party down in Mirama, Florida. Shit crazy. Influencers getting hit now. So y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man, because shit getting crazy out here. This your boy Big Motion. Yo.